Hi there, Poke fans. I am your humble host, Charles Fan, and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. We have cleared this gym challenge as you saw in the last episode. It was quite a difficult challenge because I was not thinking logically. But today we are going to defeat Nessa, or Nessie, whatever her name is. I think it's Nessa. And I think it's a derivative of the Loch Ness Monster. Now all of the final battles will have this cinematic over here, and the same cinematics appear in the final battles as well. There's a whole crowd around, and her name is Nessa. Nice body. Okay, let's see what happens. And she has blue Pokeballs. Sure, this takes quite a while to occur. She only has 3 Pokemon, and she starts with a Goldeen. It's almost reminiscent to Misty. I think they wanted a diverse cast of gym leaders, and a red-headed blonde, a white red-headed girl was too much for them. But they wanted the repeat of Misty, because as you see, this is also once again the second gym. I don't understand why it is the second gym, because water types are so bloody strong. They could be the top of every gym throughout the whole world, specifically this world over here. Granted, you will only use specific Pokemon to achieve it, because only specific water type Pokemon are really strong and can defeat just about everything, unless of course they deviate later on as the new generations of Pokemon get made. But after the last couple of mess ups that Team Game Freak has created, I'm wondering if Pokemon is still a viable game for them. We'll see. They'll probably keep with their accelerated schedule, and probably the end of this year or maybe the end of next year they'll have yet another game released. Which is kind of stupid, because they still have to figure out all the problems they have with the current game. Okay, here she comes with her ultimate Pokemon. And I don't really need to Gigantamax to defeat the Dreadnought, or whatever that Pokemon's name is. I could just, okay, I'm going to Gigantamax in any case, because it's the new mechanic. But I don't really need to. I can just do a grass type attack, and that'll solve the whole problem for me. So what I was doing over there, I was just checking out the names of every attack that is available to me. Now the vibrations on my game controller is kind of insane. At the time I was playing this game, I was using a PS2 controller. Later I stopped using the PS2 controller because the bloody cable between them didn't work all that nice. So I got myself a Xbox controller, which works much better, and it works natively on a Windows machine. Whereas the PS2 controller needs a additional program to intermediate and interpret the inputs to the rest of the computer. I wonder if I should have waited a turn so that I can last longer, although in this specific instance that doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's Dreadnought. But the fact that I was faster makes that the native field setting is her setting and not mine. but I take it out in a single attack because Dreadnought does have a 4 times weakness to me. So that takes care of that. And I will now receive my new badge any second now. Do you guys like my girlfriend down at the bottom there? Leave a comment in the comment section below. I don't think I want to teach Avazor's takedown. Okay, let's do it in the place of tackle. Since tackle is still there, I may as well put takedown there. Okay, Venue Shock. In the place of Poison Sting for Krogong. I think that will work quite nicely. I mean, Venue Shock is a much better attack than Poison Sting. And there we go, we have defeated Nessie, or Nessa. I should have made a bet with her, which would have given me a couple of advantages, maybe a few naughty pictures. But then I remember that I am technically 10 years old in this game, so that is not something that is on my mind, or it's not supposed to be on my mind. But damn, woman. I didn't actually want to give her a handshake. A nice smooch would have been much better, even if it's just a little peck. Okay, so now we are done over here. As always, feel free to pause the video if I'm going through the dialogue too fast for you. But I do find myself reading some of it every now and then for myself. I got a water uniform. Now in this game there isn't a poison type gym, or gym leader, so I will have to buy my poison uniform myself. Oh, so Oleana meets me up in front. And she gives me Rose's league card. I wonder why the antagonist in this game has a name of Rose. I thought Rose was a woman's name. Okay, now let's go and find... Come on. I still haven't gotten the item that was behind the light tower over there. Because I'm playing this cold turkey, so I'm not aware of that item at the back there, and I was not so into looking around. So those 2 pauses over there was my fault. I was supposed to just run through and do what I was doing instead of expecting the game to do something. Yeah, so I captured coughing over there, but I lost the footage of the specific capture. So that is quite irritating. I now have a team of 4, and I specifically captured coughing because this iteration of coughing evolves into a fairy type, which is awesome to use against fighting and dragon. So that is the exclusive reason why I captured coughing, and it fits with my poison typing. It'll be quite interesting later on in the game. Protect. Do I want to buy Protect? Okay, let's buy Protect. Maybe I'll use that strategy of protecting every second turn and using Toxic on my opponent so that it is a timed battle for him. And then I'll just have to have some sort of recovery. Every turn I'm not able to protect, I should be able to do some sort of recovery. Which means I'll outlast my opponents And that is the basic strategy that is used for poison types. That is a strategy that plans itself. But I am not patient enough for that specific strategy, so I'll probably just fight as if it's a normal fight. Granted, that is also a thing that you ought to be able to do, just because this is a Pokemon battle in and of itself. Okay, so I just saved the game. Oh, okay. So that was just a lottery. Don't know what it helps, but okay, let's check out the Pokemon jobs. This is one of the new features in the game. Later on I will be sending some of my Pokemon away to do Pokemon jobs, but they'll never come back in this series again. Because as I've stated in previous versions of this series, that all of this, according to the emulator, takes place over one day, even though it took me about a month to complete the game. Granted, I play a lot longer than the length of each episode, but that is beside the point. That is why there might be some janky editing that happens every now and then. But I'm quite bummed at the fact that I lost the footage of the capture of this coffin. It was quite difficult because the buggers kept exploding or running away, and it took me about half an hour of just running in and out of the tunnel, so that I could reset the field on the outside of the tunnel where coffins generally appear, in order to even encounter one in the overworld. Each time I am close to whittling it down to a level where I can catch it, it explodes or self-destructs, but nonetheless that causes it to faint. Once or twice I caused it to faint myself, but that is very, very irritating, especially if the purpose of the game is to capture the bloody Pokemon. Now let's check the summary of this coffin, if I can eventually get into that. I gave it the heavy duty boots, the new shock, assurance, sludge, and protect. I think protect on a coffin would be quite advantageous. I think there's a storyline in this hotel over here. But Marnie is up here again. I think she has a crush on me. At least she is in a similar age bracket than I am, so this is not kind of strange, but I do have a girlfriend of my own. I wonder if I can have more than one girlfriend. Okay lady, if I defeat you, I want you to lift your dress and show me your... I think I'll just leave the comment over there. You guys can fill in the blank. She has a Kurgang. This is going to be a difficult battle because it's poison on poison. And currently I don't actually have a Pokemon that can deal with poison types. In other words, I can't actually defeat myself just yet. The two attacks that I can implement to protect myself is probably something like a steel type attack or a psychic type attack, or a ground type attack will also work. But I've already used a Stunfisk, so I'm not going to use Stunfisk in this game, even though in this game Stunfisk is a poison and steel type, I think. Leave a comment in the comment section below if I'm wrong about that. I think I am able to probably get a steel type in this game. A super potion, of course. Help me heal up a bit. Because it is quite important to actually win this battle. Specifically for the healing, not for the healing, for the levels it provides. She also heals up in any case, so it doesn't actually make much of a difference. The sucker punch. Clear Smoke does a little bit more than sucker punch, even though Grogunk is a poison type. Currently, Clear Smoke is the best attack coughing as I can use against Grogunk. It goes for a Venue Shock, but that's not going to do very much because poison types can't poison each other with poison type attacks. I can still get poisoned, but it's with a different kind of effect, like Synchronize. Okay, I've defeated Grogunk. Now technically, coughing is the one that is always going to have to deal with Grogunk, but not in its current iteration. When it evolves, it becomes a fighting type. Granted, it's still a poison type, but fury type attacks will still work. And also granted, I will still have a weakness to Grogunk as well because of my fairy typing. So that's a case of being weak and strong against one another. Okay, this is a dark type. A bug type attack will work quite nicely over here. A psychic type attack will do nothing. But a fairy type attack will work wonders. Because fairy is also strong against dark type Pokemon. Right now, coughing wasn't strong enough to actually deal with it. Grogunk wants to learn Sucker Punch, and I think I'm going to put it in the place of Astonish. I think Sucker Punch is stronger than Astonish. Granted, it is very easy to play around Sucker Punch, but it is one of Grogunk's and Toxicroak's best attacks. And now she sends out Morpeko, which is an electric and a poison type. Now I'm not going to use that Pokemon in this iteration. I'm strongly considering using it in my Rodents playthrough, but my Rodents playthrough is quite saturated because there's a lot of Rodents all over all of Pokemon. Most of them are electric types. So it'll probably be electric Rodents and then a regular other Rodents type of playthrough, which means I'll probably have 2 iterations of the same playthrough. The next morning. Why don't I ever go to the hotel? So Marnie wanted me to go up to her room before she would give me her prize. And man, what a prize it was. And to top it off, she even lowered a few items to give me a proper look, but let's leave it over there. Nessa would never have done it, even no matter what I did, because of the age difference. She is afraid of what the police would say, but because we are at similar age differences over here, it doesn't actually matter to the authorities. It might matter to a brother or a father if something happened in there, and will definitely matter to my girlfriend if something happened in there and a family was started, just to put it as cryptic as I possibly can, even though this is not a kids version of the playthrough. Granted, there isn't a lot of naughty things that happens, but still, there aren't any items just lying around in the hotel. I was hoping there might be. It seems I have gathered some sort of following. There's Hop. I wonder what he wants. I have learned that whenever one of the main characters or villains or whatever are about, They probably want me to go and have a talk with them. Did I already go around this building to see if there are any items over here? So there's no items over here. What about the other side? There's an item over there. Let's go see what it is. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.